Good morning, students. Students, we are doing the chapter heat. In this chapter, we discuss about heat, its nature and effect, then measurement of heat, thermometer, its structure and function, and then we started the transfer of heat. As we know that heat always transferred from one object to object if there is difference in temperature, and it is always transferred from the body of higher temperature to lower temperature. And we discuss about the method of transfer of heat in solids, that is conduction. In conduction, the heat is transferred from one molecule to another, and there is no actual movement of molecules in this method of transfer of heat. And this method of transfer of heat takes place in solids. Now today I am going to discuss about the another method of transfer of heat, that is convection. Students, as we have noted that water is a poor conductor of heat, then how does the water put in a kettle get heated up when it is put over a flame? The molecules in liquid and gases are quite free to move, as we know that there is space between the molecules of liquids and gases, and in solids there is no space between the molecules. That means they are closely packed to each other, and this ability of liquid molecules to move around, that causes a liquid to get heated up. And this method of heat transfer in liquids and gases is known as convection. In convection there is actual movement of molecules. That means when one molecule get heated up, it moves, it becomes lighter and it moves up, and then other molecules come to take the vacated place, fill the vacated place by the first molecule, and in this way the liquid gets heated up. Now, to understand convection easily, we will do a small activity. We will take a round bottom flask and fit it in a stand. Now we'll take a tripod stand with a wire gauge on top of it. We will keep the flask over the wire gauge kept on top of the tripod stand. We will half fill the flask with water and put some crystals of potassium permanganate into it. Now we will put a burner below the tripod stand and light it up, start heating the flask. We will soon observe streaks of color moving up and then coming down. This cyclic movement of colored streaks will continue for a while, and soon the whole water acquires color and it also get heated up. Now what is the reason? What is the reason of this cyclic movement of the colored streaks in water? The water at the top, at the bottom of the flask, the water at the bottom of the flask gets heated up first. As a result, it becomes lighter. As the water molecules are free to move, these heated up lighter molecules, colored by contact with the potassium permanganate crystals, move up. The colder and heavier molecules at the top then move down to take the place vacated by these molecules. It is these movement that we see in the form of the colored streaks going up and down. Because of these movements, the whole water soon gets heated up. Liquids and gases too are the seen to transfer heat throughout their volume by the actual movement of their molecules, and we call this method of heat transfer as convection, and we often refer to these cyclic movement of molecules in liquids and gases as convection currents. There are different uses of convection currents in our daily life. The use of windows and ventilators in rooms, use of chimneys in factories, and the radiators in cars are some common applications that are based on convection currents. The hot air balloons are also example of using convection currents. Convection currents also have a significant effect on weather and climate. When the air at a place gets heated up, it expands and occupies more space. It therefore becomes lighter and moves up. The air pressure at that place then gets lowered, and hence air from the surrounding places rushes in to take the vacated place. This sets up convection currents in air, leading to winds and storms. That means winds and storms are due to convection currents. Convection currents have a significant effect on weather and climate. And the reason is the air at a place gets heated up, and after heating, it expands and becomes lighter and moves up, and due to that the air pressure at that place then get lowered, and then air from surrounding places rushes into to take the vacated place, and this is the reason of winds and storms. So students, this is convection and different uses and importance of convection in our daily life. We will discuss some more topic related to convection in next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.